Good morning and good evening. Welcome back to the stream. So, today I do not see what was done yesterday. Let's see. To do next. I have accepted that I have my very lazy morning in the. I have my very lazy moment at the very beginning where I just check what I've written and then I figure out what's going to be next. But to be fair, I already feel pretty productive since I create the titles of the streams, so it's fine. Anyway, let's actually keep this live, yeah, just in case something's happening. Though, should be fine. Okay, do that. Anyway, let's see. So last time I worked on the system for when characters decide that they want to wander around the map, and we had some progress. So, on the one hand, right now we have the dragon, which is moving around and moving in a more interesting way, I'd say, since it doesn't feel like it's a timer. Like you would feel that every 4 or 5 or however many seconds something would change. Now there can be just like lots of little mini jumps from one position to another. Whereas with Juno now, it looks like we are completely stuck. So let's figure out what's happening. So let's see. Oh, I am going for that. Oh, so okay, that is very interesting. So, huh? So is resting. Is this what I would call a priority panic? Maybe. So let's take a look at it. Um, let's take a look. I'm gonna have to debug here, sadly. So is it visible through stream? Not really. Okay. I guess I'm gonna hide the code editor. Nope. There we go. I'm gonna hide that for now until we figure out what's wrong with the debugger. And yeah, let's go with. Oh, but I can't actually. I can't actually add anything. So I'm stuck. That's the whole point why I started writing works. Just I'd really like to fix the issues with VS Code, but I guess that's just not happening right now. Okay, let's see. That rests for the dragon. I'm also very tempted to just switch from VS Code to something new. I'd love to try out. I've been looking at the Neovide. I'm not a very big Vim user. I do just the basics, but it's still quite fun, and I thought I would maybe try that out. My biggest complaint is definitely that I just feel like I'm very slow with moving around between files. So I'm interested in trying out Telescope, since that's one of the main things what I really want. I want to be able to jump around between files, and in the perfect case, I'd actually want something the same thing as with VS Code, where I just type it in and then it auto detects the thing that I want. I just press enter and it's done. It works. So, getting back on topic. First of all, is resting right? How does this work? Huh. So the idea with is resting was that is different. Was that different? Different classes, different modules will all decide that, hey, we want to actually rest for this character, but the resting would be done in different ways. But now actually I have long rests that just modify the resting time. It's actually pretty. I don't think that I need the true falses. I guess. So first of all, this is not the problem. I assume the +1 -1. The problem is something else. So let's just take a quick peek at the priorities of Juno. So Juno is okay. Every module seems right. So speed, wonder type, wonder range, drop chance, rest time. Okay. Let's take a look at the goals then. So acquired G's. Wait, what module did I change? I changed Wanderer. It's no longer a signal based approach. Um, it's an on event bus thing. Oh, and something is calling the on event bus. So here, something is wrong here. So movement position changed. Movement position reached. Okay, these shouldn't be calling. Shouldn't be. These shouldn't be called that much. 1 second. Hello, Mango Boy. Welcome to the stream. I have the weird thing where every time I try to make my voice sound better, it just goes more and more gurgy. I don't know how to call it. So yeah. Mango Boy asks, "How are you?" I'm pretty darn good. Um, for the first time in I don't know a month or so, I actually woke up before my alarm. My alarm is for 4:45 in the morning, and it was so weird. I was just laying there, and I was thinking, "Oh, I have to get up to stream." But wait, something's different. Something doesn't make sense. And I checked my clock. I couldn't see anything. Then I asked my fiancée if she knew what the time was because for some reason I expected her to do. And she checked and said, "Oh, it's like 4:40." And I was thinking, "Oh, so I have a whole 5 more minutes. I could start the stream earlier, or I could try sleeping for the next 5 minutes." And I think I fought for so long, and I just kind of got half asleep, and then the alarm went off, and I jumped out and got ready for the stream. So yeah, other than that, I also had a pretty nice day yesterday, just in general, compared to what I was talking in the morning about Monday being just with a lot of anxiety about the crossroads of what I want to do with my project here, and that I'd like to do more of it, and just thinking of altering my work time so I can get more time with this. And yeah, yesterday was just a much nicer day. I enjoyed both my time at work and with the stream. And yeah, the evening. How about you? How are you doing? Also, by chance, are you working on any games or projects or just little ideas, little small ideas? Well, I don't know how I am. It's 5 a.m. Haven't slept, so I just started to work on one of my projects. Okay. And yes, I'm kind of game dev too, but I don't do it a lot. It's just like a hobby. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about the haven't slept part. Um, Congrats on working on deciding to work on my projects. I assume just guessing I might have inspired to come join and work on a project. So hey, uh, see how it goes. Maybe it works out. Um, yeah. What kind of project are you working on? Oh, and thank you for the follow. Mm-mm. Okay, that works. Um, pass. I want to just print. Object dot name. Right now, I'm upgrading the dialogue part on my AGI creation. What is AGI? The the dialogue part sounds very interesting. What is AGI? Oh, okay. So is it the artificial general intelligence? Are you making something with um well, this is just the first definition that I found for the acronym. Yeah. That is artificial general intelligence. Is it something where you're adding a machine learning model to the game just for more interactivity? Well, AGI is like advanced AI. Okay, okay. Damn. So, how does it look like? Is it that you have you're just changing up your inputs, what you're giving to train the module, or are you giving it? Oh no, it's not for a game. Oh, okay, makes sense. Um, but I guess the same question is the upgrading part just doing it through training the module, or are you modifying the code itself? Since, from my understanding, the general part of it makes means that there's nothing. Wait, the dialogue part. Oh, but you also have the prompt system. So, okay, rewriting the code. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because I was at confused at first. I was trying to imagine. I have just full disclosure. I haven't written any machine learning systems or anything more advanced than that, obviously. And just trying to guess, since I have looked at some like breakdowns of how they are taught, how they learn. But also, what's curious for me is I don't really know how much of the models or intelligences I know have inbuilt systems that help with very specific tasks, or if those are just trained to do certain specific tasks. Like it doesn't make sense. Like, for example, how would you train it to understand the text gotten through some field? I don't know, if you have a client, is the input, but so I guess there is already a system for understanding that, oh, this is input, this is where I need to output, and maybe even, oh, these are the tools I have for processing the output. I don't know, like how ChatGPT or something also marks down the output that it gives, like for code, etc. So maybe that is learned, since you could just teach it on markdown files. Yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. I thought I might take a look at some point just to learn some new stuff and see, maybe I don't maybe there's something I can apply to my own game, since my main focus right now is the AI system, but it's the old school game AI where I just have either a behavior tree or something. Right now I'm having a more goal oriented approach, but also I'm not doing go up per se. So it's, I don't know, it's either simpler or a bit more complicated, and it's intended to be more let's say thinking prone in a way. The thinking part, the decision part of the model is part of the experience. that make sense? Maybe. I don't know. Right. To get a better idea of how it works, I made a lot of stuff it could learn from, like visual, camera monitor, voice, sounds, text, internet. So it trains 24/7. I can train it by talking, texting, body language, signs. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it really is general purpose in the sense that it is accepting basically any input. But I guess there's a lot more that goes into being a general uh, an AGI, I'd assume. But the fact that it can be trained from many sources, that is pretty cool. Hmm. Yeah, so it can talk, text, and show stuff on my monitor. Okay, nice. I didn't think that it's like I'm having a weird breakthrough realization. I don't even know what to call it. Where I thought, oh, if you're doing something with AI, it's most likely that it's some, I don't know, it's still a server thing for running on, I don't know, like Google servers or OpenAI servers. But and I remember that, oh, like they're talking about the not the teraflops, that's GPU stuff, um, the AI processing stuff, and how the new Qualcomm, I believe, chips, definitely AMD AI, I think, or something, maybe Intel, Apple, are now like making just processor and devices that are capable of locally processing AI models. So why not have something in your computer that just does and reacts? Yeah, the body language part is very big because the face emotions, full body language, hand signs and stuff. Because it has, yeah, oh yeah, it sounds very complicated. I have seen some examples of, I think it's face trackers for gameplay testing. So, and it looks like, oh, the eyebrow shifted by like a couple of centimeters down, and that's now a worried face instead of an excited face, like just as an example. And really interesting. Hmm. But then, if it's okay, here's a question. So if you have so many different, let's say, so many different inputs, and let's say, for example, body language, since this is the interesting one, how does the model know that it's making a correct decision from body language? Is it just, are you just showing signs of body language, or and then the model just prompts back to ask, oh, does this mean that? Does this mean that? And then just hands you over a massive list of like things that it tried to understand and what were its interpretations. Like, how does it do that? Does it just send over a bunch of pictures of, oh, okay, here's what your body language was, and then decide if what I guessed about that body language is correct? Like, is that how the training works? Because I don't imagine that you could make an algorithm for deciding if the body language interpretation was correct. Yeah, because that that would run against the whole purpose of doing it, since you're trying to train it to make its own algorithm. Let me know if this is very beginner stuff, or just I don't know. I'm just quite interested and excited, since there was a part of me that was thinking, oh, maybe I should just start off learning some stuff about machine learning, and then maybe apply that for my game. But right now, I am pretty happy with what the systems that I'm using, and I'm expecting that I might be able to finish this. But going into AI just might be something interesting for the future at some point. Kinda. I made a basic template of basic stuff, and it can guess 80% of the time correctly, but if it doesn't understand what it means, it can ask what it means. Oh, okay, that is way smarter. Yeah, just have a basic template. It tries to understand. It has like its probability, like not probability of percentage of recognition, and then if it's too low, it asks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cool, cool. It's pretty similar, like a 5-year-old kid who asks every single movement what I do. Oh yeah, that completely makes sense. But I imagine that at first that might have been at first it might have been fun. Now at this point, it's just a mix between fun and work. Hopefully, there's still fun in giving the model back inputs, uh, but it gets better day by day. Ah, it's growing. Nice. That sounds. It sounds weirdly exciting. I know. I know. It shouldn't be weird. Like it's something that's slowly but developing understanding that is just really cool in general. Oh, it's fun. Well, more funny than fun because it tries so hard, but sometimes it does so dumb stuff, so dumb things. Yeah, I very interested in seeing like since I know I have seen a lot of my most of my understanding about AI is just what I've heard from Corridor Crew, who usually work with either voice changing models or like image video generation stuff. So I've seen some bloopers of stuff that goes wrong, but I've never seen the actual like training process in hand where it just get lots of questions and then very wild guesses. Um, but yeah, that does sound fun. By the way, it crashes a lot. I make a simple change like add a new greeting method. It just decides to forget to talk. Oh, huh. Okay, interesting. I guess that's a bit part of the Does it make sense? 1 second. I remember I've had a lecture before where um it was talking like a, what was it? Not a teacher, a lecturer, professor maybe. Yeah, a professor was talking about was it organic programming or something, where you just let plants create, or plant-like structures create algorithms for solving stuff, and then they sometimes create chains of logic that if you take out one part that is seemingly doing nothing, it breaks the whole system. So I imagine it's a very similar situation here where even a small change could break the whole system, since there's not necessarily any redundancy in it. My code is very, very buggy and mess, so I'm trying to improve and make more readable for me. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. But still, it's impressive that the model is working. So I assume that getting it up and running was the priority for now. So yeah, sounds like a good time to just do some cleanup. Okay, let's run this. Juno and 2. So um event, no, event constants. So position reached. So position reached is the issue. Hmm. Wait a minute. Okay, so wonder position is that. Hmm. This doesn't make any sense. Um, I assume it's one of the modules. One of the modules or one of the goals. Oh wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. Um, let's just quickly check. I should have something that slows down the processing to maybe 1 frame per second. Hmm. Just a button for that. Does Godot have anything like that? Godot slow down process tick rate. Oh no, wait, process is bound to the frame rate, I believe, so that's not happening. Unless I had some delays or something. I guess I can technically do it. Sure, let's just for testing purposes, since it does sound pretty fun. There we go. Um, Bruh, I thought I fixed it. Never mind. Now, after 2 sentences, she just ignores what I said and says bye with an angry tone. Oh, wow. Okay. that is um, some miscommunication right there. I think you'll have to talk it out. Oh, more and more she turns like my girlfriend. Oh, that's sad to hear. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was reading it a bit into it a bit too much afterwards, but yeah. Okay, thanks for clarifying. Um, but yeah, it does sound something like a situation where you would have in a fight or something, and then there's just the miscommunication. So it's just interesting to see that a language learning model also has that, and the fact that it's doing it with an angry tone, just it works like so well for this bit. So yeah. Not in run. Oh wait, actually I can do it in run. Um, so run. Where is run called? Wait, I guess in behavior. Default behavior. Run FSM. Let's say I know that is very funny, but I think it's my problem. I skipped all my code and it goes to one of the protocols when it is angry. Oh, interesting. So, what are protocols in this scenario? Like, is it just some of the defaults that from the default template that you mentioned? I'm not. I'm just not even gonna assume I made a guess, but I imagine it's a bit different. And yes, I'm trying to make that it would feel more human, so I'm trying to make emotions. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Yeah, since I assume that there would be two ways of training of making of having emotions, since on the one hand you can train um, this is just what I am guessing at the top of my head, that you could either train emotion, but that would just be that it's more so that all of the responses, all the training data should have heavy or just emotional elements already, and then the responses would just be emotional in the way that it was trained on it, I guess. Or you could have internal systems where emotions alter the way of functioning for the model, which is just a lot more human-like, and I assume that is what's happening here. The protocols are like a function that it can do. Okay, okay. So like a default function, something that it already knows about. Okay. It's so interesting because this is something that I've actually started thinking about, and I'm not at that stage at all right now with my AI build system, but there are certain behaviors that I know are just going to develop from the fact that so some of the more advanced, I don't know what if I should call that, parts of the system are that there are goals, right? And goals have their own priorities, they have their conditions, and there's certain actions, and goals are just defining what a character is going to do. And so every character is going to have their starting set of goals, and they're going to try to accomplish them. And then, like, they range from just survival to something that's already from, let's say, their past life, that they want to accomplish this feat or go to this location. And then there are going to be new goals that are going to get built up on top at runtime, since the models will have the ability to create new goals if they help shorten the processing time for figuring out what to do next. So these goals kind of become like cheats for, oh, this goal's real purpose is to serve this other goal, but it's a shorthand for it because the other goal just takes a lot of processing time. So what I'm going for to with this model is that if something has some kind of inbuilt data or inbuilt systems for reacting, I don't know, and acting, I'm also assuming that at some point the characters could create their own behavior and also their behavior style that just doesn't match the original style at all. And that is just very interesting, and that I feel that characters will definitely start feeling different as time progresses, since the more goals you have and the higher the concentration of these, let's say, import uh, unfinished or just hacked cheat goals, the more the next derived goals will be to accomplish those cheat goals as the cheat goals grow up with more data, and then they become very intensive and difficult, and then just builds up on top of that, and that just turns into, it just keeps evolving, and hopefully not into like where it just devolves into nothing. Hopefully it can still like process and function as a system. The hardest part about this project that no one did something is that no one did something like that. So I have to do it by myself. There's no examples on Git and stuff. Yeah, that is the that is very, very impressive, and I know it just sounds like, new frontier. Um, do you often try to look for analogies like do you look for analogies of, okay, this is how I assume um, my own mind works or my own behavior works, and you try to replicate it to certain systems of the model, because, or do you more so go for the, I don't know, scientific psychology approach where you check, I don't know, research papers or what people have said about how thinking works, since you are trying to make it more human-like. So I guess the question is: it more introspection, where you just um, check your own behavior, or is it maybe a mix of both? Only the scientific part? I don't know. Or maybe the behavior, like human behavior part, hasn't been the difficult part yet, and it's more so managing all of the systems so that it, I don't know, doesn't devolve, which I know is definitely something that can happen with learning models that just it. Though maybe it's not that bad right now, since what you are feeding, the data that you are feeding into it, is always towards progress. So I guess there is not that. I don't remember the term. Is it rot or pollution that when, for example, ChatGPT just gets lots of prompts from people and then it learns from those responses and then it just learns from bad responses and then it just kind of devolves from there. Yeah, I'm trying to recreate how my brain works, but sometimes I don't know how I work, so then I look into scientific talks and stuff. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah. I've actually had, I've been having a theory myself. I haven't looked into scientific docs, so anything and everything I say is mostly just old information I've read, like from some summaries of scientific stuff, and also lots and lots and lots of introspection. Um, I have this idea that the way the mind works at some level is based on how the mind understands that it works. So it makes sense that all of the like what just headcanon, that all of the behavior that is required for interacting with the real world. So I don't know, the body interpreting sound, light, like hormone information, maybe other signals. That stuff is maybe a bit more fixed in how it works. But then the systems on top of that, the behavior parts on top of it, that is more so just um, running by itself. There is nothing that there is. How do I say this? 1 second. There is no condition that I know of that stops the thinking, let's call it part, to develop itself to think in the way that it thinks. So, I know, just to speak in examples, I guess. Right now, I am working on my system, and it's also based on how I assume that I work and how I think. And the system that I'm making is based on goals, conditions for those goals, priorities, actions, and then progress checking. And then I've also just noticed some meta level behavior that happens. For example, if you have goals that are all very close to each other in terms of priority, you get a priority panic. Someone should start a counter for how many times I've mentioned priority panic. I should turn it into an emote or a meme or something. But basically, that a priority panic is when you have many goals that have almost the same priority, and since goals are self maintainable, they can manipulate their own priority and then just get a bump above the rest. So it would happen that on one tick of processing, you would have one priority. So you prioritize it and do actions toward it. then you have another priority, then another goal, you do actions towards it, then another, and it just keeps jumping around, and you get into this state where um, each tick, a different goal is being chosen as the most important one, and you kind of don't get into any one goal. And I've, in a way, I've compared it to um, what I know about ADHD, just as an idea. And I guess, in a way, just by comparing it, I've done the opposite of where now I am comparing my own behavior that, oh, what is happening in this situation? Like, I'm having such a difficult time deciding what to do, and it just causes me anxiety, for example, right? And then I think about, okay, wait, I have a lot of goals that I want to just do. So I am not really deciding on one of them, or I just keep deciding on one and I'm jumping to another. And it sounds like I am priority panicking. And what that would look like in the system, like that I'm developing right now, is that if it's all laid out flat, if every goal is in the same category, then at some point, even lower level goals would just reach the priority of the topmost goal, just because like it would all depend on the tick rate, but it could probably like climb pretty quickly, like to the very top. And then it would reach the same state as something as like, I don't know, survival instinct. I don't know, just the goal to survive. And so I just have these like smaller goals that have priority panicked to the top, sitting at the same line as very, very basic goals and priorities. And then that just causes anxiety, question mark. And I know the more I've been, somehow my alarm came off. But anyway, that's now I feel like my behavior has become influenced by this understanding of how I assume that it works. And I actually have no, since it has become more prevalent, I would say, like when I have multiple goals that I feel are just very close in terms of how I prioritize them, I feel that they panic more often. Like that I get that behavior that, oh, it just goes up, and then I have a certain reaction that, oh, I'm actually panicking about them. And my mind automatically just thinks in terms of that, oh, that's probably how my mind is thinking right now. And just the point is that I am never sure if what I am writing right now for how I think the mind works is how it actually works, or if it's that I am thinking of how it should work, and then the mind decides, okay, so this is how we do work. Because to a degree, it makes sense. It just means that there is less there's less to remember. I know there are less different systems conflicting, since why would you keep track of a model of how you think the mind works and how it actually works, and then just have tons and tons of conflicts, since the mind decides on something and then it tries to explain that behavior with the way it thinks that it thinks about itself, and then it just gets lots and lots of collisions, and that sounds just complicated. Just make it simpler that, oh, okay, so this is how we think that we think, so let's make it like, yeah, that this is how we think right now. um and yeah, I don't know, maybe that's too simplistic, but I'm actually pretty, at this point I would say I am convinced that it's a possibility, um just from what I've read, and that behavior changes behavior, thinking changes thinking. So yeah, no, sorry, that was a bit of a tangent, but I hope this, just anything that is related to human thinking, psychology, just behavior, it's so fascinating to me. I didn't even like that's the whole reason why I got into, well, I can't say it's the whole reason why I got into programming and game dev. Those things were just, there are more reasons for that. But before game dev, before programming, um, I was all about psychology and philosophy, and I'm still interested to this day. And right now, I'm just very, very happy that I can mix the two. I can have my game development pie with a psychology glaze and eat it too. Okay. So I was trying to slow it down. What I assume that would be needed is, okay, let's just go to module constants, FSM, constant, FSM. It's not very, it's not an efficient solution, but sure, let's just do FSM. FSM slowdown is FSM slowdown. Okay, and then if I go to the default behavior, run FSM, check conditions, goal index, continue, shouldn't be checking here at all. No, right here. Var slowdown is equal to object data dot fsm slowdown. What's wrong? No, oh, not yeah. Okay, so if slowdown I also need an FSM slowdown timer. FSM slowdown time. Slowdown time. Var time is equal to slowdown time. And then time is equal to minus equal to time minus equal to delta. Okay. Yeah, to finish up, so thank you very much for the explanations and the talk, Mango. It was very, very interesting to hear. And yeah, just best of luck with your project. Hopefully, it wasn't too soul draining to just keep on working on it. I don't know. And yeah, and thank you very much for joining me in the stream at 5 a.m. That is also not something that's very easy to do. Time is more than 0. We return. And then if not, time is equal to 1. Okay, so that's set. It's 1, and then now it's reset, and then it's going to run the FSM. Okay, so now I just need to test it. I am GUI begin. Object dot name plus just behavior. I am GUI dot end, and then let's just add I am GUI dot button. No, where is the other I am GUI stuff? Oh, don't worry, man. Just needed some background, LMAO. I hate working in silence, so I put someone's stream or music when I work. Cool. Nice to hear that. Happy to help. I remember base unit. Base unit has the I am GUI stuff. No, I did not remember. World. I am GUI. I am GUI text. Okay, yeah, so it is what I thought. I am GUI dot button. I am GUI button. Oh yeah, I was doing it weird. Button. Please tell me what it does. No, this is not a GDScript button. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Godot, I am GUI. Yes, and is there a reference? Getting started, signals usage, widgets, example projects, credits. Okay, just gonna try the example demo. Is there an I am GUI button? Button. There are no buttons. There's just text. Cool. I'm gonna lower the volume of the Windows sounds a bit more since I think they're a bit too loud. Let's see. Okay, maybe that's a bit better. Call that script game project. Okay. Export main.gd. Okay. No button here. Sprite.gd. Drag into. Where's the reference? There's no header file, I assume. Data doc. Wait, doc? Examples. Test. GDScript. No, I don't know what doc is for then. Add-ons, source. Source. I guess I'm going through source then. Wait a minute, I don't have to go through source. Here, I can do it. here. I am GUI dot. Wait, does I have this button? I'm GUI button. No, I am GUI dot button. No, is there no button? Okay, I guess there's. It's just a separate file then. Um, let's try the obvious font. Let's say toggle be slow mode. Func object. Just object, I guess. Yeah. It's probably gonna be a null function, but let's just try. Object dot object data and dot slow mode down is equal to not slow down. Too many arguments. Okay. Oh wait, I think it's a lot more simple than that, right? If I'm GUI button, is that how it works? Yeah, that's how it works. I forgot. Yeah, that's the same way as it works in Unity. Like, of course, it doesn't pass function pointers, or I guess it could have. I don't know. Hopefully, it's the IMGUI spec, to like the same spec as the dear IMGUI stuff. Yeah. So object dot object data dot FSM slowdown is equal to not of FSM slowdown. And then on wait, set default. What does this do again? Huh? What? Okay. This is bugged. Fix. Okay, no, these are proper. Last condition UID, it's gonna be a 0, let's say. So set default for FSM slow m dot FSM slowdown, and then slowdown time is false, and slowdown time is going to be 1. Okay. Slowdown, if slowdown, we do all this, and then if once we're done, we just run the FSM. Okay. Let's try it. So Juno behavior. Is it working? Hmm. So Juno is no longer doing anything. Okay. Um, is there some case where it just always returns? No, this does not always return. Yeah, so it just finishes and then it runs the FSM. How strange. Nothing is happening. Okay, wait, let's turn Juno back up to full speed. Yeah. Okay, let's put this here. So lots and lots of wonder positions. Um, hmm. There is so much data. I am just lost. Okay, so right now it's in a state of it's not resting. It's FSM state result 1. So it's good, I believe. Mm-mm. So current state is 8. Okay, module constants. Number 8. No, scripts. Which one is number 8? Mm, what am I looking for? I don't remember the name. Yeah, no, this doesn't do anything. Is FSM even used anywhere? Just full word. Okay, no, this one isn't needed. Attribute list. There we go. Attribute list. This is what I was looking for. Okay, movable aid. So it is stuck in movement. It is trying to move. The wonder position is minus 268, minus 70, and something. Let's put this here for now. So, remote, Juno. Minus 260. Ah, okay, yeah. I didn't see, but Juno is very, very, very slowly going towards the G's. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I am getting some kind of priority clash. Since right now the priority is where is the current condition UID? which is wet. Current condition UID. Last condition UID. Do I have anything more about the conditions? Which one is the first one? Okay, I assume that. Wait, where is the? Okay, now we are wondering? Question mark. Or we're going towards the cheese? No, we're going towards the cheese. Okay. So something about. Okay, yeah, something about that makes it panic. And resting just shoots up. Wonder count shoots up too. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to check that out for next time. So hey, did get some progress. I have more tools for checking it. I think I'm just gonna quickly move the toggle slowdown buttons, behavior, Juno behavior. So what I want to do is, world already has a thing where it begin. It just begins with the unit's name. So I think I'm gonna do the same with default behavior, and I'm gonna say I'm going to begin with the object name. And now, hopefully, the buttons should be inside of. Yeah, there we go. Now it's here with everything. So, oh boy, yeah, this is getting pretty big right now. Yeah, so toggle FPS set. Dragon also has the toggle slowdown button. Great. And I also would like to toggle the FSM slowdown, just make it a bit more concise. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Next time, I guess, to do next, figure out why wondering is clashing with something, and then the wonder count gets constantly incremented. Like, I think what I could do is, just to make sure that happens, is see you next time, Mango. Good luck. Thank you. You too. Best of luck with the general AI model. Let me know when there's more progress, and just if you want to share about progress. Sounds like a really cool project. Yeah. I guess this is just for next time. I'm going to check maybe modifying the priorities, tests, bumping priorities, and see what happens. yeah, just gonna check that. Maybe the priorities are just too close right now, so who knows. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.